in the past, I've done specials and I've talked about other people in my life. I've talked about my mom, I've talked about my dad, I've talked about my sisters, my brother, I've talked about Frankie, but I've never really talked about my girl. And so I get people that ask me, we want to know a little bit more. First question that everybody always asks is your girlfriend fluffy too? And no, she's not. She's a little bit curvy, but she's not fluffy. And it's not to say that I have anything against big women. Most of my ex-girlfriends were really big girls. When we would hug, it was like arms and pillows. Oh yeah, it was that Tempur-Pedic love, you know what I'm saying? It was hardcore, like we would hug really, really hard and then let go and then our body would come back to normal. Another question that people ask is your girlfriend also Mexican? Is your girlfriend Mexican? And yes, she is, but that doesn't mean anything because I have dated the rainbow, okay? That's just where it landed, I just, Oh, look. It's just where it landed, all right? The crazy part with my girl is that she doesn't have traditional Mexican features, all right? She could pass for white. Which is funny because the first time I introduced her to my mom, it was quite the show. I take my girl to go meet my mom for the first time, and my mom, she would come to the door. She would come to the door if she sees you pulling up in the driveway. She opens the door and just waits for you to get there and greets you at the door. So I'm pulling up, right? She comes to the door, she sees me opening the door, and this white girl comes out, right? And she starts cussing me out from the door. ¡Sácase, cabrona, de aquí! ¿Qué chingados andas haciendo con esa güera? ¡Sácame esa güera! ¡Get the white girl pa' allá! ¡Saca la white girl pa' allá! And my girl speaks Spanish, so my girl looks at my mom and she's like, "Hola, señora, ¿cómo estás?" And my mom was like, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, I'm so sorry!" I went, you see that, Ma? You see that, Ma? They make them in that color, too. Another question that I get about my girl is, how did you guys meet? Did you meet at a show? And actually, no, we didn't meet at a show. We met at a bar. And see, some of you are like, I don't know about that. A lot of people don't like that one. They're like, oh, really, a bar? That's not a good way to meet someone. No, it's an honest way to meet someone. We were both drunk when we met, which I find ironic considering she has issues with me drinking now. 8 years later, the way I see it, I'm just keeping it real, you know what I'm saying, man? But no, you don't see it that way. When we met, I was gone, she was gone. We started talking to each other, and at the end of the night, I was like, wow, you have issues. You're messed up too. We went to go get a bite to eat, and then, 9 months later, we moved in together. And it worked out for us. And I tell people, you want to find out who you're with? Don't just rush into the relationship right away. Like you see some of those people, after a month, we knew it was meant to be. Yeah, a year later, he changed. She's not the same. He changed. She's not the same. He changed. Not the same. People don't change. I'll tell you why it looks like they do. Because in the beginning of the relationship, you do whatever you have to do to make it work. And the first thing you do is you bite your tongue. All of your freaking issues and things that bother you, you check your own morals because you want to make it work. You start weighing out the pros and the cons. You're like, oh man, she talks a lot, but look at that butt. You're like, oh man, her family's kind of crazy, but they got money. So you start weighing things out. That's why it looks like the person changed a year later. And I'm just saying, you guys, if you don't feel like investing a lifetime trying to figure out who you're with, just do what I did and get drunk with the person. But don't just get drunk to get drunk. Get drunk with the intent on getting as much real information out of them so that you can make an educated decision on whether or not to be with them. Make it fun. Make it a game. This is what you don't know. This is what you do. You sit across from each other. You make a list of 5 things you have to know before you become exclusive. Then you break open a bottle of tequila or alcohol of your choice. You do 10 shots each. You wait 35 minutes. You turn on a flip cam, hit record, and let the date begin. You're about to find out who you're really dealing with. Make it fun. Okay, Jennifer, you go first.
Thank you, Jonathan, thank you. Okay, question one. How many... Okay, question number one. How many people have you slept with?
And guys can lie, but the face gives it away.
How many?
2.
Have you ever cheated? No?
Next day, you pull out that video and you confront them. And you can see for yourself who you're really dealing with. And if you can see that they're lying, call them out.
Jonathan, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. It is so obvious that you're lying. There's no way in hell I'm ever gonna be with you. Why don't you just be a man and tell the truth? How many people have you really been with?
Oh, man, over 20.
Over 20? Have you ever cheated?
Oh, God, I cheated on everybody.
How could you do that? How could you cheat? How could you cheat?
I was molested. Some of you are clapping, some are laughing, some are like, it's still not funny. I'm not making fun of molestation, I'm only making fun of the fact that Alfred said it. It's all tense now, huh? Some people are over there, now they gotta go pee. Go ahead, go pee. Go ahead. They're freaking out. Hello, I'm not TV, I'm right here. I told the venue too. I said, you know what they gotta do for the special? They gotta put speakers in the bathroom under the toilets. So when people get up like that to go pee, I can mess them up and go,
welcome to the restroom. If you need to go pee-pee, please use stall number 1. If you need to go po-po, please use stall number 2. Thank you.
Bienvenidos al baño. Si necesitas hacer pipí, usa el cuarto número 1. Si necesitas hacer caca, usa el cuarto número 2. Gracias. Equal opportunity, right? Welcome to the restroom. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you need to pee, you stall number 1. If you need to shit, take your nasty ass home. Some of you are laughing, some of you are like,
Stop doing those voices.
just having fun, that's all. His mom allows me to be a dad. You know, as a step parent, it's not easy. You can't just come in and run things. It takes time. If you come into that house and you start trying to yell at people and start trying to, no, they'll jump all over you. You can't be doing that, don't do. Hey, you tell me what he did, I'll handle it. You don't do anything. A few of you are like, oh, I've been there, bro. Yeah, all right? Next thing you know, you're in the corner crying when that kid is supposed to be. It's a hazing process in the beginning. Everybody's pushing each other's buttons. Everybody's testing each other. Is this guy really gonna stick around? That's what happens. And after 8 years, hey, my credit is good. So my girl backs me up. Whenever I make a call, she backs me up. Don't get me wrong. If I make a bad call, she's gonna call me on it, okay? If I mess up, she's gonna point it out. She doesn't think that all my ideas are good ones. And there's been a few times when I've messed up as a dad. Like one night, I got really, really drunk on the road with Martin. And I don't know what happened, I started drunk texting Frankie. I don't know what it is about me getting drunk, for some reason the phone just, and my girl found out about it. And when I got home, I knew something was up because she called me by my first name. And we haven't used first names in years. You know, since then, it's always been pet names. You know how it goes, you know, honey, baby, sweetie, sucia, something that kind of just... Some of you got that. Gracias. Anyway, I walk in the door, and I hear Gabriel, and I'm like, oh, I'm in court. And here she comes out of the back. I understand when you're out there, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You wanna get drunk? Fine, get drunk. You wanna text me while you're drunk? Fine, text me while you're drunk. Do not ever drunk text my son again. How do you know I was drunk? Really? Frankie, come here. Bring your phone. Look at this message that came in at 4:17 a.m. Put on deodorant, fucker. That's a nickname. No. I gotta give her credit. Anytime I mess up, she is very creative on how she approaches me. Like the latest thing that she does is she no longer wants to deal with me face to face. What she does is she will find one of the 3 dogs that we have in the house, and she will start carrying a full-blown conversation with the dog, telling the dog what I'm doing wrong as a man. You have to understand how demeaning this is to me, okay? I own chihuahuas. And you mean to tell me 2 pounds of terror is gonna take over me? No. And I'll tell you what happened, you guys. I was actually innocent. I didn't do anything bad, but it looked bad. I had 3 shows one night. And after the 3rd show, I was exhausted. So I go in the back to lay down for a little bit, and I fell asleep. And I woke up, and it was 4 hours later. And I reached down and I pull out my phone. My phone was still in my pocket, and it was in silent mode. And I look at the screen, and the screen said 27 missed calls from I wonder who. There is not a text in the world that's gonna fix that. There's not a phone call that I'm gonna make at 4 o'clock in the morning that's gonna make this better. I'm screwed no matter what. So I shut off my phone. Yeah, look at all the girls are like, that's where you really messed up. I know. I didn't know you could die twice. Apparently you can't. So I come home, you guys, and I know I'm innocent, so I'm not showing up at the front door with flowers or trying to be, no. I know I'm good. So I show up confident. I walk in, I said, baby, let me just explain what happened to me this weekend before you say anything. And then she starts, oh, look who's here, Bruno, look who's here. Daddy's home. Now Daddy wants to talk to us. Funny, talk to Bruno. Let me explain. He thinks we're playing, huh? Really? You're not gonna talk to me? You're gonna talk to the dog? Somebody's getting frustrated, huh? Kinda like we were frustrated when he didn't pick up his phone. Yes, he did. She will not look at me. She will not talk to me. She continues to do this for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, she has me doing it. Bruno, tell her I'm sorry. Okay. Bruno! Now she thinks I'm making fun of her. Are you mocking me? Now I'm pissed off because now she's screaming in my face. So then I was like, oh, she thinks we're mocking her, huh, Bruno? Mommy shouldn't have played this game because we can play it better, huh? Yeah, because I can make you talk back to me, huh? Yes, you can, Bubba. Yes, I can. Because you love me more. I love her. Mommy's crazy, huh? Yes, she's a bitch. Come on. And that started a whole different argument. My God, you guys. And I don't want you thinking that my girlfriend's a bad person. She's an amazing woman. The fact that I only have 7 stories about her in 8 years says a lot. You know, don't get me wrong, 5 of them happened this year. But that's still way below the bar, you know what I'm saying? As an American, you cannot just purchase an airline ticket to go to Saudi Arabia. You have to be invited by a person of power. You know, when I left Detroit to go over there, I had to fill out a form that says, I understand that I'm going to Saudi Arabia. And should something happen to me, one of those things on the list being kidnapping, conveniently right above death, America is not responsible. The prince could have actually, you're mine. 2 weeks later, now he's showing someone else around, right? That is my snake, that is my zebra, that is my Mexican, that is my tiger. Inside of some little box that says Jibril. But it never happened. And we're walking around, and I actually pulled him aside for a second. I said, listen, I gotta tell you something. Well, you tell me. I need to apologize. What did you do? I didn't do anything. I just want to apologize for coming here with the wrong mentality. I says, unfortunately, I thought that just, because it is the Middle East, I thought you guys were going to be rude. And everybody's been nothing but nice. Huh? I know. I didn't think you guys were going to speak English so well and understand, so many references, and you guys get everything. Huh? I know. I thought you guys were going to throw rocks. But you were funny. What? Never mind. All right, 2 out of 3, why? So we're walking, and he's showing me this and that, and we're just kind of like looking around. I thought it was great, and then I saw something that freaked me out. We're walking in the direction of a giant cage. And when I saw the cage, I stopped. I was like, what's with the cage? Take a look. Great. So I walk over towards the cage and I look inside and I notice that there's birds in there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, it's a bird cage. And he got all offended, That's not regular birds. Those are falcons. I go, okay, well, you have a lot of falcons. We'll use the falcons for hunting. You hunt falcons? No. Each falcon is very expensive. $100,000. They are trained. We go out and we shoot a little animal and we send a falcon to retrieve. Would you like to see? No. I got little dogs. I don't want. Bye, Bruno. Before I know it, here comes the other guy. Please. And he goes inside the cage and he puts on this leather glove that comes up to his elbow. And he starts getting one of the falcons. I'm watching him do this and I notice all the falcons are on these perches about this high, and there's about 15 in a row. And they all have hoods covering their eyes. And I asked them, why do they have hoods on their eyes, man? They look like little hostages. Shit. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect by that, man. Seriously. No disrespect. It was a slip. And he was cool. I understand. Middle East hostage. Okay, all right. So the other guy comes out and he's got a falcon with him and he's got a glove and he hands me the glove and I put it on and he transfers his falcon to my arm. And all of a sudden he starts doing snapping things and he's basically showing me that the falcon's trained. And I thought that was great. I thought we were gonna kill something. I'm like, no, but we were just playing with the falcon. And I started getting excited, And the more excited I got, the more the prince started showing his age. Because then he got excited. I'm like, this is great. It is great. Yes, this is so cool. So cool. Oh my God, you're so lucky to have so many falcons. I am so lucky. Would you like a falcon? So matter of fact, like, would you like a cookie? Would you like a falcon? Same way. I'm like, are you kidding me? Don't give me a falcon that can retrieve things. Shoo, you think I'm lazy now? Hell no, don't give me a, no. I wouldn't even leave the house. I'd be at the front door, donuts. And who the hell is gonna watch my falcon when I'm up here performing? I can't leave it with my buddy Martin in the back. He would abuse it, take it to some nightclub, try to hook up with it, freaking here. The redhead. 2 weeks later, this is bullshit. No, man. We were out there, you guys, in the Middle East for over 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks of being there... Hey, sit down, Mahu. Hi, Mary. Oh, my God. Just like the last special where I started talking about Chico's Tacos. Next thing you know, people all over the world are talking about Chico's Tacos. After this special comes out, there's gonna be people all over the world calling each other Mahus. So the one thing I wanna definitely make sure that happens here tonight is that I'm gonna make sure that not only the people in the room here tonight that are not natives of Hawaii, but the people around the world find out things about Hawaii you never knew. First things first, the proper pronunciation is Hawaii. Just so the world gets to hear it right at least once. And believe me, I understand exactly how you feel. I totally get it. For me, it's not Mexico, it's Mexico. I'm with you. Whenever people come to the island, you know, there's certain things people like to do aside from the surfing or the, you know, the hiking or the, you know, the traditional things. People always see the movies, and the one thing that always stands out is the luau. People always see the luau. You always see the guy with the fire. You know, he comes out and he makes a stance and, you know. And I'm sitting there going, that looks cool. I want to let you guys know how you can tell if you're about to have a real, genuine experience versus some of the more diluted things that have happened here on the island. Let me explain. If you're going to go for a luau, make sure you do some research, okay? Don't just go to any luau. I'm going to tell you how you can tell if you're on a bad one. There's always a bus involved that takes you from the hotel to the luau. That's a given. When you get on the bus, there's a driver and there's always the person that's the host. If the host gets on the bus and you hear this.
Hello and aloha, everyone. Welcome aboard the King Kamehameha Luau experience. My name is Reagan. I am not a native of Hawaii. I'm actually from Oregon. But I have been living here now for 3 weeks, and you only need a few days, and you're basically a native. We're gonna have such a great time. It's gonna take us exactly 35 minutes to get from here to our destination. I've timed it all week, don't even worry about it. This is our driver, his name is Taka. Taka's been here on the island for over 75 years. He is so hardcore. He has taken a liking to me. He says I remind him of his daughter. He's so sweet. He calls me his little punani. He is so nice. So nice. I have gone online to do some research to find out the type of conditions we're gonna have today, and there is a slight chance of rain.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
What happens if it rains?
You have nothing to worry about. I took the liberty of stopping off at an ABC store and purchasing some umbrellas and some ponchos, so we're covered.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Are we gonna stop somewhere to get something to eat maybe, or get some film? Absolutely, you have nothing to worry about. It's gonna be the best time ever.
Stay away from that door. This is how you know when you're on a real luau experience. The driver, you know, is there, the bus, and then the guy gets on and you hear this. All right, everybody. Hey, brother, turn it down. Turn it down, brother. All right, everybody, I'd like to welcome you aboard as we're going to Jermaine's Luau, okay? My name is Reno. You can call me Cousin Reno, I know, but don't worry, I'm not your real cousin, so don't ask for money, right? Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna have a really good time today. It's gonna be a great day here on the island. It's gonna be beautiful. Excuse me. Yes, sir. How long is it gonna take for us to get to the luau? Actually, brother, we're gonna get there Hawaiian time. What does Hawaiian time mean? It means we get there when we get there. Pardon me, I have another question. Yes, sir. I understand it's gonna rain today. What happens if it rains? Oh, you're gonna get wet.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Are we gonna stop somewhere to get something to eat or get some film?
Hey, sit down, Maho.
Are you talking to me?
Hey, Mary. I'm talking to your brother. Sit down. And for the rest of the bus is wondering what Mahu is, it means he really likes coconuts. Yeah. Yeah, it was good time.
First things first. The best luau to go on, and they don't pay me to tell you this. I've been coming to the island for 10 years. My favorite place to visit is Jermaine's Luau. If you ever get a chance, they don't pay me to tell you that.
And for the record, there is such a person as Cousin Reno, and that's my man here in the front row. Stand up, brother. The man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, man. Thank you.
With time and many, coming here year after year and talking to people, certain words I've picked up, certain things I've learned. I finally figured out what shoots means. Anyone that gets to come here to the island, you'll hear people saying that, shoots. And I found that it means yes. Because Mexicans, we have our own slang words too. We got, you've heard me, órale, which is a term of excitement. It's like shoots. Means yes, but you should have heard the conversation I had. This guy was trying to explain it to me. I go, how come I keep hearing people say shoots? What's going on?
Okay, brother, let me break it down for you, all right? Shoots is like saying yes.
Ah, okay, cool. All right. So let me see. So somebody says, you want to go to the store? And I say,
Shoots. Roger that.
Roger that?
What does that mean? It means yes. So shoots means yes,
And Roger that means yes.
Roger that.
How would you, is there one that you use for one thing versus one that you use for another? Can you give me an example?
No problem, brother. Check it out. Somebody tell me, hey, bro, you want to go get a drink? Shoots. Hey, bro, you want to go titty bar? Roger that.
I figured it out. And by the way, for all the people here on the island tonight that are not native, who are extremely light complected. Basic for the white people. I just want to let you know, when you're here in Hawaii, if you hear this word,
Howling.
they're talking about you. Haole is the word to describe white people, and it's not derogatory. I ask questions, and it's not. It's just that, and I asked one guy, I said, where did haole come from? And then one guy said, well, bro, I think many years ago, some white people come here, right? They got drunk, and they start yelling, yee-haw! Say, hey, somebody need to take down that haole right there. It's stuck. I'm trying to figure out haole, all right? We've been traveling so many places. We've probably been in about 14 countries in the last 2 months. Yeah. Shoot. We're like herpes. We go everywhere. Twice a year. Anyway, that's bad, I know, right? You guys are so close, man. Like, if I slip, that's it. His show was in 3D, but it hurt. It was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah. So I gotta tell you, when we first kicked off our world tour, we started in Singapore.
And for me, that kind of threw me off because, just to let you guys know, they do speak English in Singapore. It's actually the #1 language spoken. And I didn't know that. And some people are like, well, why would you go to Singapore to perform if you didn't know whether or not they understood you? Because the check was fat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm a little whore. So, yeah. The only thing with Singapore is that Singapore, the rules over there are very strict. Like many years ago, an American went over there and he was graffitiing on a wall. Okay, he tagged up a wall and they got him. And they don't give out tickets in Singapore. The penalty for that was they pulled him aside, took off his shirt, and they caned him with a stick. And there's no set number like, oh, you graffiti a wall with 2 letters, that's 4 licks. No, the guy hits you until he feels you've learned a lesson. Yeah, that's hardcore. If you're caught smuggling drugs into Singapore, the penalty is death, which makes somebody like myself nervous when you travel with the people that you travel with. Marty! Oh, yeah. And you know, it's crazy because they play a video when you're going through customs. As you're going through customs, they play a video to let you know where you're about to go into. And it starts off really nice. It starts off sweet. It's like, welcome to Singapore. Singapore, very beautiful country, very nice country, very clean country. If you are caught smuggling drugs into our country, I stab you, I choke you, I knock you on the ground, I swat over you, I pee on you while doing Gangnam Style. I do that like that, and I kick you and kill you. Enjoy Singapore. From Singapore, we got to go up to London, England to do some shows. And it was pretty cool over there. Obviously, they spoke English. The only issues that I had in London, England were that over there, they drive on the opposite side of the street. And that is very, you know, that's kind of challenging for tourists because when you're crossing the street, you're automatically conditioned to come out, look left, look right, look left again, and then you cross. And so when you're there, you have to retrain yourself because you'll come out and you think you're cool. Look, there's no cars coming, let's go. Every other block is like the movie Final Destination. You know what I mean? And over there, they got double-decker buses. Those suckers are heavy. You get hit by one of those at 30 miles an hour, you know? At least if you get hit by a bus here on the island, you have so much of a chance. First of all, nobody's in a hurry. You get hit by a bus here. Hey, bro, walk it off. You okay? Shoots. All right. I've been to the news station here. I've been on the news many times, and they're always, you know, people always step off the curb. They're not paying attention. They're looking at the buildings, or they're taking pictures, and and they report them. You know, a man was struck by a bus here today. His leg was broken. Doctors say he will be okay. London, England, getting hit by a double-decker bus going 30. A man exploded today when he was struck by a double-decker bus. We have video footage. Some of the places we're planning on performing this next year, we're talking about going to Germany, we're talking about going to Bulgaria, and India. India's on the list of new places we're gonna visit. And I'm excited about India. You know, when I was telling people in England that we're going to, to India, I had Indian people telling me, oh, it's gonna be amazing when you go there. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love it. It's amazing. And I just stare, and the guy goes, why are you staring? I go, because your voice doesn't match the... Oh, you think we all sound like, I'm sorry. I live in America. Indians over there, keep it real. I'm sorry. And I have nothing but love and respect for Indian people. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Indian people in the United States are the hardest working people I have ever seen. And that's coming from a Mexican, okay? And I'll tell you why I say this. You will never see an Indian person with a sign that says, we'll work for food in the United States. And you will never see an Indian person committing a crazy crime. Like, when was the last time you heard of Indians robbing a bank? Look, everybody, oh, I can't remember, bro. Because it doesn't happen. First of all, Indian people are so nice and they're so sweet. I can't see it. You know, you're gonna rob a bank, you need authority. You need to come in there guns blazing. I said, get your ass on the ground now. I can't imagine. Would you please take the money? Why are you laughing? I am talking to you. Forget this. I'm out of here. I don't need this. He gets in the car. His partner's waiting for him. Did you get the money? They would not give me the money. Did you show them the gun? I showed them the gun. We better leave. They're going to call the police. They're still laughing. Where did you get the computer? They thought I was tech support.